Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to take a look at the combined mode for G2 Superion. So there is the artwork here. You can see he's got he's got nice artwork. I like it. You got product images here, which is good. So it hits both home runs for me. Because you know me, I like to have my product shots and artwork. And then on the back, we got the image of Superion himself. Much like we did have the with the Devastator boxes. There's all the characters. Here we got more artwork, black, and Combiner Wars. So getting that off to the side. It looks good. It's in par with Devastator, just not in scale with Devastator. So does come with a collector's card. So you got that if you are big on those. Yeah, it's just one. Almost looked like there was two in there. We got instructions for everything. These guys are pretty simple, so you don't really need it. But it is there. It's kind of nice how they break it down like that. And then you get this hard cardstock poster, if you really want it. Again, some good artwork going on there. Combine War Superion. You see the jets right there. This is clearly for the G1 Superion, or the original version, because you got Alpha Bravo sitting there. And then cool little thing right here: to pursue and enslave on the Decepticon missile. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to get into building this guy into his combined mode. We'll start with Skydive here. So we want to take the gun out of his hand. Get one of the stupid gun or hand foot things. And basically we're going to jet mode. You want to rotate his head. No, you want to leave it how it is. Pull these legs apart. It all folds up like normal. Again, none of this guy feels all that secure, but you know, it is what it is. What can we do? And then we want to rotate the head all the way around, so the joint is coming out that way. Plug the foot in, and there you go. I just saw this morning of me recording this anyway, that they're Perfect Effects doing an upgrade kit that is both the upgrade kits for Superion. Basically, we're doing the same thing with this guy. So it's both the upgrade kits. So it's going to be the chest piece, the hands, and the feet, and the head. And it's for $50 instead of $35 a piece. So that's a better price for that the chest to head upgrade, because I didn't think that was worthwhile. I'm not sure if I will pick that up. I do kind of want the hands and feet, but at the same time that would scale him out of certain things I would like, because those upgrades make them big enough that they look good with Hercules, but that means they no longer look good with, and that means they no longer look good with Giant. And Giant's kind of the guy I was kind of going for with this. But I guess because Giant is the only G2 version of Devastator. Till Combiner Wars comes out with G2 version, And then we're sitting with, and then you're sitting with something that's way too big for it anyway. Good job, Hasbro. You guys really know how to make toys in the right scale with each other. I know people are saying, oh, it works for what it's supposed to be, and I'm like, no, it's not. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't work for me at all. Alright, so take him, take the gun out, set this off to the side for a second, rotate the head around, rotate this piece out, arms come back, and then you can rotate it down, and then there's this little notch right here that I like to take and plug the hand into. Sometimes, if it wants to tab in. There we go. And do the same thing over here. This arm. I'm going to build it just like it has it on the box, so rotate that out. You can flip those down, flip out the fingers just like that, and then this will just tab in right there, and there you go. And I'm going to take Fireflight, do the same thing with him. Still saying this would be a better mold for Blast Off. I'm just saying it's the same mold. It just that different head would have made a world of difference for him. And you can really position those arms any way you want to. This is just the way I prefer it. Telling you, this does not feel good at all. This got some solid ratchets on the on like the thumb on this one. And this thing is tight. I like that. Even the fingers are not as tight, but they do feel tighter than the normal ones. That's nice because usually it's kind of a floppy mess. So it's kind of nice. We got some good solid joints for the hands. I mean, I don't like the hands, but at least they put them together well. And then we'll go into this hot mess. No, we won't. Power Glide first. So, Power Glide transformation. I have not done this one in a long time. I just want to look what the end result should be. Okay. Alright, so you want to fold the feet up. These come down. These come all the way down. Fold this up. Tap the legs into each other. Then you want to fold the arms up like so, and tab them into the wings if you can. What is wrong with you? Wow. There we go. And then fold this out. Fold the landing gear down, that will be the handle. Rotate the head around, obviously. And this comes up, that's the targeting, and there you go. There is the G2 Power Glide in gun mode. Which I guess kind of works. You can leave this up or down, whichever you'd prefer. I think I'm going to leave it up because it kind of holds itself together a little bit better that way. Alright, now we'll do this piece of shit. Alright, so take the gun and the shield off. And you want to plug those in. Just like so. And then what you want to do here, rotate the arms up, like that. Flip this down, close this up, out, down, up. You want to pull this section here out. This is super loose, by the way. This is not, it holds in there fine, but it's super loose. It doesn't like actually lock in. It just kind of frictions in. So that's disappointing because like shoot, where'd it go? Cyclonus, his was locked in. So yeah, I can't. It's locked in a lot better. So anyway, doesn't feel right to me. So plug that in. It's still got the weak, super soft antenna. And because of the way it transforms into this particular point of or type of paint, you can see it's kind of smearing off near the tips. Not too thrilled about that. Alright, so this locks in up there, and I'm using the term lock very loosely here. Alright, you want to pull this assembly back, rotate the head in, close that up, and then you want to take this piece here, fold this up, like so. And then this piece here will come over, this piece here will come over, and this will all lock in together. Now, as you can see, it's not locking in very well, and if you try and push it too hard, things start falling apart all over the place in this chest. So that's about as good as you can get. You got this gap going on in there, and that's it. That's what you have to deal with here. Rotate the hand back. Don't have to do it on this side because that's smeared off. Flip this down. Flip this down. Everything in the chest is doing that Lego roof poor construction thing for me. I'm not liking this at all. And you guys know me. I liked Superion. I love Superion. There's something wrong with this guy. This whole section here is all that red plastic that you could see through it. You can see my fingers through the plastic. This is thin, cheap plastic. Just for argument's sake, I'm gonna take a look. Let's see here. It's different color plastic. It feels stronger, and you can't see my fingers through this plastic. That's probably because of the color, so it's probably not a fair assessment. But it feels more like plastic. It feels more like plastic. That's all I can say. It feels more like regular grade Hasbro plastic. This feels like a knockoff. It really does. Alright, so let's get him together. Trying to hold him together. Alright. Alright, so this one goes on this side. This guy goes over here. Just like that. And then what I saw this on one of the Hasbro packaging at some point. What I like to do now is plug these guns in here and here. And what that does is it just kind of fills in those thighs a little bit better. And as you can see, he still has the hip rotations. Up, down, in, out, thigh swivel. None of that's hindered by that. It just kind of makes it look a little bit better. You got the full bend knee. These do not lock in as good as the original, that's for sure, but it works. So you got a good bend at the legs there. Foot is on the swivel. That's really all you get there. So yeah, there you go. And then the arms, of course, they'll have the ratchets up and down. It's easier to show it when it's not attached. In and out. Forearm, swivel, double bend elbow. Get you everything you need. Arm swivel or hand swivel. Fingers can open and close a little bit. And the thumb does have rotator around and hinge. So all in all, pretty posable hand there. Before we do that, I then will take these guns and I'll just plug one in right here and then one in right here, and now we've integrated all the weapons into combine mode. So you take this guy, you want to plug the hand in just like that, or plug the gun in. This guy might be getting super glue. I think I might just dip him in super glue and call it a day. Put him in. Take power glide. Tab him in. And there you go. Oh, and the head does rotate. Just left and right. And there you go. There is the G2 Superion in combine mode, and I love the way this looks now. I like everything, just the overall aesthetics of it. I'm a fan of G2, so this itches my niche for me. I really do like this. Now I have issues with that Superion or the Silverbolt. No question there. I might end up having to get the upgrade kit just so that hopefully it'll hold together a little bit better. My issues with it are just, I pointed out, but the plastic is cheap on this. It does not feel as high grade as the Unite Warriors or even the Hasbro one. So I recommend this set. As a set, I recommend this set. I think it's a pretty good set. I don't think the individual bots are gonna do it for you. I think combine mode is gonna be the best way to do it, and just find a place for it on your shelf. So for scale comparison, here they are with a Legends figure. That looks alright. Here they are with the classic Seeker. Again, that looks pretty good. He's not as big as he was in the cartoon, but it works. Depends on what you want for your scale. So, but this works. Here is with the Classics Prime. Again, at least he's bigger than Prime, so that's good. And just to shit on everybody's cornflakes, here he is with MP10. Now you see, he's a little bit taller, but not enough. That is not nearly enough bigger to be... well, I guess it really depends on what your idea of a combiner is. When Beast Wars came out, their combiners, Triperdicus and Magnaboss were only as big as Primal and Megatron. So my thought process wasn't like, oh, they combine and they're actually supposed to be a lot bigger than this. It was more like, no, they combine and they're as big as Optimus and Megatron, and now they can go toe to toe with leaders. If that's your thought process, here you go. You got mini bots and somebody's about the size of an MP car that will combine together to form something that's a little bit bigger than Optimus or Megatron, and maybe be able to fight one of them. Maybe not win, but they are a little bit bigger and they could fight it. So it depends on what your preference is for scale and what you want out of it. You can make it all work. For me, though, I mean, there really is no wrong answer. For me, though, this is how I want it. Here is Prime. And there is Devastator. And to the head, and I've showed this off before, but to the head, he is about the same size. He's definitely got more bulk to him. He's got a little bit more height due to the antenna, but he's definitely got the bulk. You could just see that on camera, just how much bulkier Devastator is in compared to Superion. But it looks really good. I like this look. I think these guys are perfect together. If you get the upgrade kit, that might put him out of scale. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm not sure if I want to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. As for, if you've got like Legends Optimus, like the hybrid style, which, a lot of people ask me which Optimus this is, and it's like, well, I reviewed it not that long ago, but this is the hybrid style Optimus Prime. Excellent figure. I really like it. So if you're going with Legend scale, this is definitely the Prime you want. It's a little expensive, but it's definitely the one you want. So and I think that looks really good because the G2 Prime, the original G2 Prime, was the original mold of Optimus. So this is working for me enough. Well enough for me to be okay. So this looks cool because I really like having my combiners that much bigger than everybody else. So, and this, I'm building my masterpiece shelf, but this, little scale gives me an excuse to actually worry about the combiners and making sure that they're in the right, this is what I see as an appropriate scale. Anything else is not right for me. That's me. I'm not saying everybody has to agree with me on this, but this is where I view it as an appropriate scale. And it's a fun scale too. It's just fun to grab the Legends off the shelf and mess around with them every now and then. And then for my masterpiece, shelves, I'm gonna make a completely different shelf for the combiners, like the Warbotron Bruticus and stuff like that. Whole new shelf, so they're not near the masterpiece, so they're not out of scale with masterpiece, because there's no way to scale with masterpiece with combiners, really, in my mind, because you don't have anybody that would be this much bigger than Optimus. I think even the Toy World Devastator, which is going to be one of the biggest ones of them all, is still not that much bigger than MP10. So I don't know how I'm going to like that. But we will look at those guys when they come out. When I have the money to buy them, anyway. So there you go. All in all, I'm going to give the whole set as a whole, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's worthwhile if you're a fan of G2, only if you're a fan of G2. If you are a fan of Combiner Wars and you want another Superion or something like that, get Unite Warriors. Or buy another Hasbro set. This is not the one for you. This is definitely certain people want to buy it kind of set. It's nice to be able to get it in one big, set. I wish I would have done that with the original ones, but I understand. Glad I did not have to go out and hunt this thing down, because that would suck. But for $100 with free shipping at Hasbro Toy Shop, this was worthwhile for me. If you get it anywhere else, if you get it from like the Chosen Prime, Capture Prey, TF Source, any of those places that offer free shipping after $150, if you're gonna get it from them, make sure you buy something else to get that free shipping. This guy is not worth a penny over $100. Not one penny. It's worth $100 barely, and that's just because I'm a fan of G2. remember, I picked him up for just over $200, and he's infinitely better than this, in every possible way. But my point is that while I think it's worth picking up if you are a G2 fan, do not pay crazy aftermarket prices. If you can't get him for $100 or less, do not get him. It's not worth that. It's worth $100, but barely, very, very barely. Plastic feels cheap on some of them. Joints are loose. Things are falling apart, like hands coming off. Things don't fit together. They don't tab together. They don't hold together. Paint smearing off on the antenna. I mean, all in all, it's not great. It's nothing that's like, oh my god, this is the next Unite Warriors Devastator. You know, it's more of a, well, that's another figure. So I would not be buying this guy just because you feel like buying him. You know, only if you're a fan of G2. And you like Combiner Wars, which that's going to be a small group of people that like both. So, no, probably not. Probably not that small, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. There's the G2 Superion. I like it. I think it was worth $100, like I said. Anyway, I guess that's really all there is.